I mean, you have to go with what feels good to you.
Oh, that's
it's important. A feeling. It's a feeling, it's a knowing, and it's trusting your own gifts of discernment. You know, because you're gonna be in situations, you're gonna have different religions, you're gonna have different beliefs. If it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel good. If it quacks, it's a duck. Like, go with your feeling, go with your discernment. How does this situation and its experience and its environment make you feel? How do you feel? Mentally, emotionally, physically, right? Sometimes if the spiritual energy around you is thick, you will physically feel it. It's serious, right? So it's really the matter of you paying attention. People are oftentimes jumping into stuff, not knowing what they're jumping into.
We are back with another episode of TriggeredAF the podcast, and today we have a very, very special guest. I'm always excited for these conversations, but we were having some technical difficulties today, so y'all know what that means. If you're a part of the Triggered Happy family, it means we're gonna have a great bomb-ass conversation.
Absolutely.
So we have with us Celebrity Intuitive Life Strategist, Dr. Let's put some respect on her name. Dr. Natasha Leath. Hey girl.
Hey girl, hey.
So fabulous.
Listen, we just, all of us are with the vibe. Just fabulously vibey.
Yes, we want to thank you so much for joining us and for coming on here, because we just know you were going to give all the gems and all the things that our people need, but we got to initiate you first.
You got to get initiated.
Okay, so everybody gets initiated with an initiation question, which is outside of all the titles and accolades and things that you've accomplished and the things that you do, who do you say that you are?
I am a change agent. I want to incorporate change, spiritual change, and beliefs of change. I think that people have a mindset of spirituality in terms of what that looks like or how it looks. What it should look like, right? And I think I've changed the narrative of that in the world, and I want to continue to show people the difference between being spiritual and having gifts. There's definitely a difference between the two. So I would say a spiritual change agent.
Well, this is not perfect for our conversation. She didn't even look at the questions, and she was like, "Oh no, this is what we talk about." And literally, that's what the questions are.
Like, I literally just got chills looking at you. I'm like, what is this?
Yes,
right.
Definitely gifted, because y'all, we sent her the questions and she didn't even want to look at them.
I want to freestyle.
But you definitely freestyling and flowing
right into the right direction.
Because so for us, many times, folks in our community feel as though you were born a certain way, you live a certain way, you'll die a certain way. And that for me is one of the most heartbreaking things, because you don't understand and recognize your power to choose and your power of choice. So as a Celebrity Intuitive Life Strategist, you get to see like what that outcome will be based on certain choices that they make, right? So like, is there a common theme that you've noticed among people who aren't walking in their purpose, who feel like they don't get to choose or don't have a choice or an option?
So I speak to an average of 70 to 100 clients per week, worldwide, around the world. And what I realize oftentimes out of all the people that I speak to, people are stuck in their beliefs as opposed to their facts. Right? Like they're stuck in, I believe this relationship is good. I believe this job is good. I believe, but the reality is you're not happy in a relationship. You're not happy in a
like those are the facts.
Those are the facts.
Let's fact check that.
The comfortability, right, that people have, and me speaking to them, giving them that confirmation and letting them know this is where you really are, and them knowing deep down inside this is where they really are. So the confirmation for me is what sets people free. It's what lets them know, like, wow, I really don't like this job. I really can do better. I am settling. I am comfortable. So for me, I think my gift has a lot to do with confirmation and clarity.
Oh, and you know what's crazy is so we were crafting questions for another conversation, and we literally posed, is it the truth or your truth? Because those are different.
Huge difference.
Those are very different.
It is.
And many times they don't align.
They
there's no alignment.
There's no alignment.
Yeah.
It's the comfortability.
Okay, because most people like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, who want to be uncomfortable? Nobody.
Yeah.
No, we're not wired like that as humans. Everything is designed, our biology is designed to keep us nice and cozy and alive.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's oftentimes being comfortable is a detriment.
Yes.
Right? Because you're not being honest to yourself about your purpose, your lives, your wants, your needs. You're living in a comfortable space because you don't want to do the work.
right.
You don't want to face the truth. You don't want to deal with what comes with the things that you need to do to get to where you really want to be.
Yeah.
It's the comfortability. And to me, that's whack. And so... I'm gonna keep it real. It's whack, right? And so for me, I'm gonna tell you like it is. I have a prophetic gift, a God-given gift, where I have the ability to look at you and tell you everything in your life, ranging from your past, your present, as well as the possibility of your future. And so I say possibility because I'm not a psychic, I'm not a medium, I don't predict your future. I can tell you what I'm seeing. I can tell you where you've been, I can tell you where you are, and I can give you the intuitive prophetic strategy to get yourself on track. But it's ultimately your choice. Everybody in this world has free will.
Yeah.
So I can't control your life, but I can. If I'm telling you your past and your present, you might want to listen to what I'm telling you about your future. But you can get off of the phone or get off of a call or session with me and do absolutely nothing. That is your free will. That is your choice.
Right. When did you realize that you had this gift? Like, what was that realization like for you?
I was 6 years old. My family realized when I was as young as 6 that I had this gift. Like reading people, telling my mom things, just literally verbatim, specific details about someone's life. I told a woman in the supermarket before, when I was between the age of 7 and 8, that she was making her husband sleep on the couch. And she was like,
Excuse me, ma'am. You said it's not nice.
Your husband sleep on the couch. That's not nice.
You told her that?
Who was this little girl and how does she know this? So my gift has always been that very, very direct.
Wow, I know the lady was probably like, I know this little heifer is not minding my business.
And back in the day, it's like stay out of grown folks' business.
Yeah.
Right. Mind your business. So it was interesting growing up. It was not easy.
Because you don't know how to manage that too when you're super young. And you're just like, you are feeling all of these things and you hear these messages so clearly and you start to eventually recognize that, everybody don't like this gift I got.
Right. Which a lot of times when people see gifts, they just see the glamour. They just feel like, oh my God, you're so gifted, and they admire it, they want it, they want to understand it. But then there are those people who fear what they don't understand, and a lot of times I'm sure that can be discouraging. So obviously people see the gift and the talent and they're just like, oh my God. But how do you feel like you've been able to hone your spiritual gifts so that you are open and aware? Like, what has that journey been like to kind of like accept that this is who you are and walk in it and use it for good? Because so many of us have gifts. People have gifts. I'm people who just sit on it out of fear or resistance, or just that fear of the unknown of how people are going to judge you or think about you. So what has that been like for you to just step into that so boldly?
Well, I mean, that was me stepping outside of my comfortability and living in my truth, right? Like, this is who I am. My gift never shuts off. My gift is on 7 days a week, 25
Really? With anyone, everyone?
Everyone. Literally, everybody in this building, everyone on the bus, people driving by in the cars. My gift never shuts off.
So how? Wow. Okay. So does it get overwhelming? Is it?
I don't know anything else, right? Like I was born with
like her
gift.
brain's like wired like that.
It's just I don't know what it's like. If I walked in the room and did not know things about people, I think that would make me go crazy.
Oh, because you're so used to it.
Wait, what? I don't know about this. I don't know. I think that would literally make me go crazy. It's really all I know. I don't know what it's like to walk in a room and not know. So I think the opposite for me, it would be overwhelming if I didn't know. Knowing is who I am. It's my DNA. So
you don't feel like you've had to do anything in particular to kind of hone it and kind of focus it? It's just like, it's just how it is. Is there anyone in your family that also has gifts that maybe was able to help guide you a little bit?
I was told my grandmother on my father's side has this ability from the South. That's what I was told. I never really interacted with her in that way, but I was told that that's what she does. That's what she did. Okay. But back in the day, they would call that being a witch.
Right.
Yes, and so that's the thing too. The thing too is for so many of us who were raised in those stricter or religious environments, anything outside of the church house feels as though you are about to be judged by the Father, you are demonic, you are doing things that are going to send you straight to hell.
Right.
Things like manifestation, yoga, hell, even affirmations, all of that is deemed as something you are just not supposed to do.
No.
And so I feel like, how can we, because it is indoctrination, right? So like, how can we work to overcome that? Because these are beautiful gifts that are available to us, that God has gifted and bestowed, bestowed on us. And if you don't believe in God, okay, the creator, whoever, like has given us to be able to utilize. It's kind of like getting sick, knowing there's a doctor that can help you, but you're like, oh no, God is going to do it for me. And it's like, he's busy.
Right, and he has people to support him. I worked in corporate America for many years, chief of staff, chief of development and partnerships, and I found myself using my gift at work. I found myself helping the CEO that I used to work for close deals, negotiate things, using my gift. That's actually one of the reasons why he actually hired me, because of the intuitive ability that I had. So I was like a secret weapon. So I was sitting behind my desk and I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I using my gift to help someone else's success when I could be using my gift to pour out in the world, right? And so I took a leap of faith with no brand, no logo. I had nothing but the gift. And now I'm working with thousands of people a year. Thank God. I work with a lot of people in the industry that wasn't designed that way. It was just me stepping into my purpose. I encourage everyone to do that.
So then what does that look like to overcome that indoctrination? You said for you it was, if I'm doing this for others, then I could do it for myself. Is that where you begin to like overcome? Because I know even I had to, right? Because for me, I was raised in a super religious setting, and anything that wasn't like a prophecy was, oh no, I'm going to hell. I can't hear this, I can't listen. And I'm constantly rewiring my brain like, hey, you're supposed to use these gifts that others were gifted to enrich your life. Like, you're supposed to.
Right. So I mean, people who are supposed to talk to me will talk to me. I'm not attached to it, right?
I love that.
I'm an experience. Like, that's why I do media. I'm on social media. I'm on 5 radio shows as a reoccurring guest. I'm on Instagram Live speaking to people live. Like, I'm not making this up.
She's like, I'm not here to like prove myself
to convince you. Like, that's your business.
That's your business. Right?
I love that answer.
I'm not attached to it. If you want to invest in your life and get what you need, then you do that. If you don't, then you won't. I have people that's been following me for 5-6 years, and they get on my phone and they're like, I've been following you for 6 years and I've been scared to book with you for 6 years. And I'm like, well, I'm glad that you finally did, but what made you do it? They're like, I've been watching you on social media. I've been feeling like it was time. And I'm like, I'm glad that you waited until it was time for you to do it. Don't do it for the hype. This is not about a hype thing. This is your life. And I'm very serious about people's lives and using my prophetic intuitive ability to help you strategize your life. This is not a joke. And if you come on the phone and I know that you're doing this for giggles, just because, let me see if she's real, then I will discontinue the session. I will have my team lead Brandon politely reschedule you for when I think that you are ready.
I have so many questions that are not here.
That's okay. She didn't look at them anyway. We're good.
Right, I'm just saying, I've had so many questions coming to me. How do you, knowing these things, how do you keep a sense of being non-judgmental, right? Like, how do you know when to use your wisdom to be like, you're not ready to hear that, versus maybe like, say, like, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but I'm just assuming, say somebody you don't really like, or somebody that has hurt you, and you maybe know something about them, or you see things about them. Like, what is that for you to kind of manage and like honor your gift so that you don't weaponize it?
So I always lead with love. I was raised in love. I was raised in helping people, being kind, being nurturing. That's a fact. That's my DNA.
You and your brother are like that. Like, it's you can feel the love from both of you. Like, that's some real shit. I'm just letting y'all know. I know you ain't need my cosign, but I'm just saying.
This is my girl. You've been around. Like, it's just what it's about. I would never want to use my gift to hurt anybody. I would never want to use my gift to put someone in a bad position or shine a bad light on them. I mean, my gift doesn't shut off. I talk to some of the top celebrities in the world. Some of them I'm in NDA, some of them I'm not. I could probably be a multi-millionaire right now with all the things that I know, right? Think about that. Think about that. Shade Room would love me, right? Seriously, right? But I would never use my gift to hurt anyone. That is not where your blessings come from. That's not what this is about, right? And this is to uplift you, empower you, and inspire you, especially if you are the influence, right? Let's make an impact through you. Let's use your influence to influence others. And if I'm pouring into you and you're good and you're straight and you're wholesome, then the people
it's like a ripple effect.
Well.
Yeah.
I love
That's my mission, to ensure that everybody's good, and by way of connecting with the people who are the influence.
And see, that's the big part of when you do have a gift, is understanding what the gift is for and what the mission is. Because that's how you stay on track. That's how you know when, oh, you're not ready for that. Because if it's not going to get to the end goal of the mission, I don't need to say this right now. I don't need to let you know this. I don't need to we don't need to have this conversation like how you said. You'll be like, no, you need to be rescheduled. You're not ready. I love that.
Thank you. And some people, like, I'm a real truth teller. You know, I'm from New York, from Queens, New York. I'm going to give it to you how it is. You know, either you're going to take it or you're going to leave it. My hope is that you take it for what you need to take it for. And do something good with it, right? If somebody's telling you, hey, you wanted to go to nursing school, you were doing so well, but because of the finances, here's where you are. Here's what you need to do. Wouldn't you want to listen to that? Like, how does she know I wanted to go to nursing school?
Why is that coming up?
Look into that. Look into what that means for you. This is going to put you in the right direction. So it's up to people to step outside of their comfort zone. You got to step outside of your comfort zone.
This is so good. I'm sitting over here just because this is so good.
We're both of us being girls that grew up in church. It's just like, if it's not a prophet, it's a witch, it's a psychic, it's a this, it's a that. If you're not operating under the fivefold ministry of this person and this apostle and this bishop, you know. And even growing up, like, and it's so weird because then, like, those same people will have their own experiences. Like, I have a story where I think I was around 5 or 6 years old, where I feel like I met God. Like, I had a spiritual out-of-body experience where I was, like, in a garden, and I, like, never tell this story. I feel like I've told it to, like, one therapist. But I was in a garden. I was 6 years old. It was a tarrying service at church, actually, and they were trying to get me filled with the Holy Ghost, but I was, like, 5 or 6, and I said, I want the Holy Ghost, right? I had an experience, and I was completely just, like, I was not there, and I went into this garden. There was, like, this light being, and I followed the light being through this garden. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And it's one of the reasons for me why, like, I feel like it's why I don't get, like, really down and, like, really depressed. Like, I felt this overwhelming love that just has always been, like, a home base for me. And I don't know why I experienced it, but, like, those things happen to us, and then a lot of times you feel like this shame, like, oh my God, did something demonic happen? Did something bad happen? You don't really have people to talk about it to, because most people don't want to share when spiritual experiences happen. Like, what about if there are moments where, like, you hear a voice or you have a dream and it comes true? Like, why can't we have those conversations without feeling shame, like something is wrong with you?
Because people are judgmental. Right? And people go by what people say it's supposed to be, you know? I mean, me being a born prophetic individual, I've gone to churches, right? I've gone to several churches, and I'm not a church goer as much as people think I should be because of my prophetic abilities. But the reason for that is because I've gone to churches and I've seen some things.
I've experienced them, and I'm like, no.
And I'm like, oh my God, he was just with another woman yesterday, standing next to his wife, praising God. Oh, he's a thief. And you over here holding down. Don't pass him the tray. Okay, like, I mean, seriously. And I'm like, whoa. Like, this is not what it's supposed to be. It's not. And I'm like, I refuse. I praise God in my house.
Amen.
I praise God 4 or 5 times a day. I pray before I speak to every single last client to protect me and my energy and give them what they need.
That was going to be my next question. Is like, what does your spiritual, because I saw on your page where you were like, you know, ain't no candles, ain't no cards, ain't none of that happening. You know, so what does your spirituality look like?
Yeah, so I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I pray to Him every day, and everybody can have their own relationship with God. God is legit, right? There's no specific way to pray to God. There's no specific way to talk to God. There's no specific way for any of that. I know that for a fact. I've been this way my entire life. And you can talk to God however you want to talk to Him.
However you want
to speak to Him. And I don't like to get too religious because everybody has their own beliefs, but hey God, listen, I'm about to help this woman. I see she has cancer. Give me what she needs to give me to help her. Give me whatever you got to give me to get her to where she's supposed to be so she can be healed and clear.
Wow.
Just get me clear and protect me so I'm not too stuck because I'm still human.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was my thing. And this is literally the conversation that we have so much of the time, in that when you start being open when it comes to spirituality, that openness can sometimes introduce you, and I'm trying to keep it as low as possible or as shallow as possible, because sometimes we go a little too deep. So when you become super, super open is open. Light attracts all things. And so how do you protect or guard yourself when you are being so open, and you do have to tell people things that maybe are
heavy for me.
That are heavy for you? How do you protect yourself and ensuring that you don't then pull in from the openness of your spirit, you don't pull in what they're experiencing now into you, to where you're dealing with shit that you wasn't even supposed to deal with.
Like, this ain't even mine.
This don't belong to me.
I mean, it's a couple of things. The first thing is I always have to keep in mind that I can't drag somebody else's situation to the next person. I speak to anywhere between 7 to 12 people per day. So when I'm off that call, I have the next person calling me, right?
Okay.
That is not fair for the next person who's calling me to get what they need if I'm dragging somebody else's stuff into the next session. So I'm just like, I give them what I give them, and I have to let it go. And some of these sessions are very heavy.
Right, so they don't drain you too, not just the other people.
Right, they drain me, and I say, God, I pray before I speak to my clients. When I get off the phone, I do a quick prayer. God, protect them. This is on you.
So you release it.
So you're the vessel.
I'm the vessel. I am only the vessel.
Only the vessel.
Right, I am only the vessel.
Yeah.
I am nothing else but the vessel. So once I give the information, I'm like, God, give them whatever you need to give them for them to do whatever they need to do with the information.
Gotcha.
Right? I have other people that I have to continue to be a vessel for. So I can't carry that heavy weight. If the weight is too heavy, I will take a nap. Taking a nap and sleeping is the only thing that absolutely clears me and cleanses my energy. And then lastly, that's the only thing that makes me feel like recharged. And then lastly, having an extraordinary team. Brandon.
Brandon's it.
He's everything. He's been with me for the past 13 years. We have been together. He knows my brand and probably knows me probably better than I know myself.
Yeah.
And now, like, he knows when I've had enough.
Yeah.
He knows when I'm drained. Even if I tell him, I'm good. He's like,
so you do get drained?
Yeah.
Have to. Yeah. You're pouring
sometimes, but
constantly.
I'll keep going. That's the thing about having a good team. Like, I'll be like, can you speak to 60 people this week already? And it's only Wednesday. So
God.
I'm going to switch up your calendar. This is too much for you. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. He's like, no. I'm making a decision.
Yeah, like you're gonna have to sit down.
You're gonna have to sit down. So having a good team of people who back you, who genuinely care about your personal well-being.
Yeah,
right?
It's a game changer.
That's a game changer. Like, I don't know what I would do without Brand. I'd probably be somewhere in the corner strapped in the straight jacket back and forth.
Right.
I am not one.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
so important. We don't even think about that part when you think about gifts. It's like, or things that, or talents, or things that's like, who's around you, who's speaking to you, who's there for you, to kind of understand the human behind the gift.
Yes.
Right?
My best friend, Shay. My bestie, my right hand. You know, she don't play it when it comes down to me. I don't play when it comes down to her. She knows my limits too. She'll call Brandon. She'll be like, hey, B, Tasha, and she's
It's too much.
What's the schedule looking like?
Yeah.
Like, she'll make a decision.
Right? That's so important. So then, as we're closing up, we told y'all we was for a good time, not a long time. We want to make sure you can go ahead and do what you need to do for the evening. So for people who are looking to release the indoctrination and to explore the spiritual piece that is many times missing and this is not a bash religion session, but that is sometimes missing in religious, what's the word I want? Religious maybe convenings or religious structures. How can they do so safely? Because we were just talking about, like, once you become open, if you don't have some understanding of the spirit realm and how things work, like you could introduce yourself into something that could be harmful for you. So how would you suggest people do so safely so that they are managing themselves properly too?
I mean, you have to go with what feels good to you.
Oh, that's
it's
important.
a feeling. It's a feeling. It's a knowing, and it's trusting your own gifts of discernment. You know, because you're gonna be in situations, you're gonna have different religions, you're gonna have different beliefs. If it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel good. If it quacks, it's a duck. Like, go with your feeling, go with your discernment. How does this situation and its experience and its environment make you feel? How do you feel mentally, emotionally, physically, right? Sometimes if the spiritual energy around you is thick, you will physically feel it. It's serious, right? So it's really the matter of you paying attention. People are oftentimes jumping into stuff, not knowing what they're jumping into. What do you work with? And I tell people, if you're not ready to talk to me, do your research. Like, don't just, I want to book with Natasha because she's on the radio, her on the radio. No, what do you need from this session or from this experience? Are you ready to talk to me?
Oh, that part.
Yes.
And I say that humbly, right? Because I'm not telling you, oh yeah, the sky is blue and your life is great. Good luck.
You might hear
your dog is gonna die, but you'll be alright. No, I am getting specific, deep dive in your life, health, wealth, love, career, finances. Do you know what you're stepping into? Right? I know who I am. You booked a session with me. So clearly you need answers. You're looking for something.
Right.
It's important for people to identify what they're looking for and what they need before they step into situations.
Girl, the fact that, I hope y'all got that. Like, identify what you need and then honor how does this make you feel.
That's it.
I mean, I feel like even in the Bible, it literally says, and this is what it makes me think of whenever I hear somebody say, like, you'll know if you really are paying attention. The Bible says, my sheep know my voice. Like, you know if it's God or if it's not. If you're paying attention, like, you will know if you, and that's why it is so important to have a relationship. Because I know my mama's voice because that's my mama. I have a relationship with her. Correct. I was in her womb. If my mom could be in any room, any distance, if I hear my mother, that's my mom's voice. I can mimic her voice. I know her voice so well.
That's the same thing with spirituality.
Exactly. It's a real thing. Like, that is what the spirituality is about for me, which is why I do agree with you when it is important to remove yourself from those religious spaces. If they're not speaking to you about that, if there is not an emphasis on hearing and knowing God's voice for yourself, you're always going to feel lost and depressed and down and sad. Like, I don't understand depressed Christians. Like, I don't get it.
No, because you're searching for something that you don't even know what you're searching for.
Like, or any, not even just Christians, but just very pious, very religious people who are down and out and hopeless. But there's this thing you believe in. Like, what about him? Like, what about her? Like, what's happening?
It's the attachment.
Because, especially if that's just your cycle and you just don't ever know how to break and you just have like a sense of hopelessness. Like, I just don't understand how you can know God, know a higher power, like, and not just believe. You talked about that. It's not about believing, it's about knowing. And I feel like you saying that just brings it home for me. Like, wow, it is just about like knowing God's voice, having a relationship for yourself so that there isn't any doubt of who you're talking to. So if I book with you, it's like, no, I know that this is okay. You book with somebody else and you're just like, oh, wait, hold on now. Something doesn't feel right.
It's not the one or the two.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I've had clients that have booked with me. Sometimes my wait typically is anywhere between 2 to 3 months. It has been, right? So you book with me, but you're probably not going to talk to me until like 2 months. So the anticipation of that session is like, ooh. And I've had people cancel the day before. And I'm like, you've been waiting 2 months to talk to me. And sometimes I'll leave it. I'm like, okay, you're not ready. But there's sometimes that I'm like, no, this person needs more of an understanding and a better clarity of who I am, what the experience is going to be, because they're stepping into out of their comfort. And something that's unknown, right? So what does that look like? So sometimes I will call the client. I'm like, so we're gonna have this session. And they're like, because I don't call, Brandon again manages everything. People don't talk to me until it's time for their session. I call you before your session.
We gotta talk.
We gotta talk.
So I'm like, all right. They're like, let's just talk to Tosh. They're like, oh, hey. I'm like, so you were trying to cancel your session for tomorrow? They're like, how did you know? I'm like, we having our session, sis. We're having our session. And my gift is that deep.
I love that.
I'll come for you.
I will come find you, okay?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, this conversation has been so good. I just want to thank you
guys.
seriously for your time, your energy, sharing
You guys are so
space.
awesome.
How can the folks stay connected and book a session? Because it's their time and they're ready.
Thank you. Well, I'm excited to say I have a really lot of cool projects coming up.
Oh, tell us.
It's television based production. I can't say exactly what it is. I'll tell you guys offline.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm really excited about this. So you will see me on your television screen a lot in 2025.
Hey.
Just really excited. My best friend Shay and I created the BFF experience.
Yes.
Which was a huge success. We launched that. So that's going to be a lot of things going on. I'm always tapping into the audience. So if you're in the room with me, you're going to get something. But please follow me on Instagram. My IG is Talk2Tash922, spelled out TalkToTash922. And to book a private session, go to my website, which is talk2tash.com.
Yes, you can stay connected with me everywhere, all over at Alechia Reese, spelled ALECHIA, last name Reese, REESE. Stay connected with Triggered at TriggeredAF PC, and make sure you are visiting TriggeredAFevents.com, because we are going to bring this live and live in color, and you do not want to miss it.
Yes, and you can stay connected with us at, stay connected with me, just me. She already said where we can stay connected with Triggered. Stay connected with me at the Dani Bordeaux, BOURDEAU. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share this episode with your friend, with your mama, with anybody that might want to book a little session with Tosh, okay? Because, we do have to start opening our minds, especially when the structures and the things in place just aren't working. Yeah. Okay, so we got to try something different, and it's so important to make sure that you are leading with love and leading with your heart, and really just finding the answers to the questions that you have, so that you can live the life that you want. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.